And I also grew up in an era when entrepreneurship was not cool. So I kind of was in this stage in the early 70s and even into the 80s where I was that strange kid who was obsessed with running these little businesses. In grade 6, I was called to the principal's office and my dad came with me and I heard my dad yell at the principal. And then he stood up, grabbed me by the hand, he said, "Let's go." And I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "There's nothing wrong with you. You're just like me. You're an entrepreneur."
If you look back and say, what were some of the top lessons you learned early on?
So there was all these little lessons that I was given over the years. I'd probably done 10 or 12 different entrepreneurial journeys by the time I was 15. So I was very lucky that at 20 years old, I got involved in a franchise company called College Pro Painters. So all the soft skills that most businesses never get trained in, I'd gone through training programs and certification programs. And then because I was involved in this franchise, we went out and recruited, hired, and trained 800 franchisees in 4 months.
What are some of the operational skills you think in today's leaders are missing?
Real business growth comes from caring about and obsessing about and growing people more than sitting behind a desk and pushing paper. I was very engaged on the people side of the business and growing the culture, but I think oftentimes entrepreneurs get stuck behind their desk, being business, playing business, looking at stuff instead of being out there and moving the business forward.
What were some of the hardest obstacles that you personally had to deal with?
As a leader, we often have to overcome is kind of the silence and loneliness of the stress of being an actual entrepreneur. We might talk about the problem 5 years later, but nobody is out there going, "I can't pay my bills right now. 2 of my employees just quit without notice." It's really hard in the day-to-day to be an entrepreneur or to be a COO. You feel the vacuum of loneliness. I've had to learn how to navigate those bad times and stressful times. Otherwise, you just implode.
Talk to me about 1-800-GOT-JUNK story.
1-800-GOT-JUNK was what I got known for, but there was a track record of growth that was pretty substantial.